Chris Paul has been everything the Spurs could have asked for and then some, right? He was brought here to be a mentor, to play a significant role on this team, to help this team realize winning and the value of winning. They've already won more games this season than they won last year, which is a good positive sign. Their schedule is insanely brutal coming up, so it's definitely something to watch out for. I don't know, just based on how they've performed the last, they've lost 10 out of 14 games, right? I do have my concerns, but obviously this season is about growth, progress, kind of development, right? And I think Chris Paul has done wonders for this team. I don't like him in the starting unit. I know he came to the Spurs for starting role and to play heavy minutes, but things changed. No one thought De'Aaron Fox was going to be a Spur by the trade deadline, right? Spurs were active in trying to get a point guard. They were trying to get a Darius Garland, a Trae Young, and lo and behold, you end up getting De'Aaron Fox. So things change, and he's old enough and experienced enough and been in the league long enough to understand how it works. If he wants to go to a contending team, if he has to come off the bench, then you do right by him. You cut him, you waive him, pay his full salary if you have to, so that way you look good to other vets around the league, right, that are going to want to come and play alongside Wemby. And I think you just move on. If he wants to stay, which I would prefer, right, you can still play him 20, 25 minutes a game. That's not the problem. And I do think you should keep Chris Paul as long as possible. As long as Chris Paul wants to be on this team, I think he should be on this team, right? Even if he eventually just moves into the Udonis Haslem role where you're just paying him just to be the 15th guy and be a mentor for this team, right? The things that he brings to this team are immeasurable beyond the basketball court. And I do think he's a guy that has made a real impact. And I'm really excited to see how does he continue to improve and help this team going forward into the second half of the season. But let me know your thoughts and opinions. What do you think of Chris Paul? How do you think he's performed thus far this season for the Spurs? Love to hear it. Let me know. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to my YouTube, link in the bio.